can't see it. So we're back for part 2. Because everybody said there was a black screen, which was really weird. I don't quite know what happened, so. And I didn't have my camera off, so. Who knows? I don't know what happened. I'm wearing a shirt. If I get a little paint on it, it's just a bum around shirt. So, wear a bum around shirt when you do this. So anyway, we have the flowers laid out. I've got my colors laid out. I've got some gloves on. Like I said, when you're doing Sola wood flowers, you're doing them, you usually do, and I did it before when Christina got married, I did a glycerin bath, which meant, and I did these in glycerin before. The other day I just put them in tubs, I threw the glycerin in, vegetable glycerin in, and I just did a huge batch of them with glycerin, because that softens the leaves, it does not make them brittle. For her wedding, I was very careful how I did this. Not that I'm not careful this time around, but this is what I have left over. I just want to use them up. I'm just doing them to do them. I've got some projects that I need to work with them. I'm actually going to show you something later on this, probably this weekend, if the weather stays nice, of something you can do with these once they dry or next week. So I need to use them up. So and what some of these may even actually not, the one project I'm using them for, because they're just left over, I'm probably going to end up throwing out. So, not that it's not going to be pretty, but I'm using it for the purposes, and then once we're done with it. So, for that reason, I'm not too careful what I do or how I'm preparing these. But if you're preparing them for a bridal bouquet, I will link the original live I did about Sola wood flowers down below in the description, so you guys can go see that, because I think it's 3 cups water to 1 part vegetable glycerin, and I had them in mason jars, and I used that when I was dyeing all the flowers. I'm not so careful this time. I did do them as a pre-wash with vegetable glycerin just to soften them so that when I'm working with them they're easy, but I didn't put any in this batch, and again, I'm not really too careful about how it is. Now I did kind of separate them as best as I could to kind of these type of flowers. I've got the tiny flowers over there, so I'm just going to be kind of doing them. I had several of whatever these flowers are left. I will also link the company that I get them from, so I know how many of these. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm just going to do them. And hi Shara, welcome on in. You can put hashtag blessed in the chat if you want people to connect with your channel. So they come like this. You have to use 100% acrylic paint. So we're just going to start with these first. Let's see how many I have of these. If I have 8, they're going to each get 1. So let's see how many I have. We'll start with here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I got beautiful. So I'm just going to take them and I'm going to dip them literally in, and then lay them on the table, and then I will sort them out later when we get them all done. But anyway, so anyway, you just take them, you dip them in the water. I'm trying to figure out how I can do this without. Okay. Let me I'm going to throw those there. I'll throw 1 in each, and then we're going to, like I said, I'm not that I'm not wanting them. Oh, we'll make it work. Not that I don't want them done nice, but I'm, like I said, this time around, I'm not. They're going to get it, and they're going to kind of, I'm not too, I just want to get them done, and they're all going to get a little something, and we're going to make it work. So I'm going to bring these a little closer. All right, so you just dip them in the water. Try not to drop all the flowers. Got my back in me. And of course the wind does not help. Once they get wet, they won't be windy. I dropped one. I didn't want to do this inside. Okay, so you're just dipping them, and I may have to add more paint because it's not even touching it. Okay, so you can see Now, right? Let me bring this over here. Now we're this color, okay? So we're gonna dip, and if I have to, I'm going to change. Try not to get it on the concrete too. So we're just dipping them. I'm gonna have to add more paint. It's not gonna take on that. So this is where I added too much water and not enough paint. So they're not taking on it. Trying not to get my shirt totally. See? Not enough paint. You'll see? I don't know if you can see, but anyway. So, all right, now I gotta go kind of back in here. It's not gonna start raining. And I don't know what color I did with what. All right. I did way too much water. Listen, where's my... Says it's not supposed to rain today, so we'll see. All right, I'm going to take this because I've got a problem here. I've got too much, not enough paint and not enough stuff. So we're gonna, I gotta figure it out. We'll make it work. It's been a while since I fooled around with them. So that's what you have to do. You have to make sure you're adding enough paint. And that's just way too much because it's literally sit down. All right, that's why I kept the water over there. Not enough paint, any of those. This one's fine. Like I said. Hi, Alfonso. Wow. All right, let's try this now that I've added. I was trying to be, it's fine. We're gonna make it work. It's still not enough paint. So we're gonna keep adding paint till you get enough to coat it. I've got more water over there. I can make it work. I'm gonna have to fool around with the blues a little bit. That's a little bit better. See now? See, I've added enough paint to make it. I want to make sure you got enough paint. That was the problem. It just wasn't taking enough. Okay, I'm gonna get thing. Wow. Hopefully you had a good result there. I'm gonna have to empty those other cups of water because I gotta stand up for this. See now? It's enough paint, so it's okay. We'll make it work. Like I said, I'm not terribly, see, I want a more pastel-y kind of thing this time around. And I'm wiping my hands because I'm going to get back into this color, which you're really not going to see, but I can't find the color I'm looking for, so it'll have a little bit of, like I said. All right, now I got to get the other, get back there. I just stepped on the flower. Oh well. It's a step-on flower, I guess. So, throwing the water out. I don't know. Now I don't need, because now I gotta add more paint. There's just not enough paint. It's not holding enough. So we'll make it work. So now I'm gonna put some of the water I originally did. It's just not enough paint. Trying to be very careful, not to make a total mess, which may not work, but we're going to do our best. Okay, so I can add stuff to that, and I've got one more. I'm glad I brought these cups out. I've been in a heck of a state here. And if I need to get to more paint, I can. Alright. What a mess. I love doing Sola wood flowers, but it can be messy. Alright. Now, I've got these three that I have to work on, because these are the ones that just got, I think, no, this one got it. Is this color? I don't know. No, maybe not. I'm now lost. I'm now really lost. Okay, well, let's do this one. We're gonna make it work. Hi, New Horizons. I came back in because everybody was telling me they couldn't see me. I'm gonna put this, at this point, I was so careful how I did this. And now I don't know. I really don't know what I'm doing. This is not gonna turn out like I was hoping, but it'll be fine. All right, let me get colors over here, because I don't know what I'm doing. I just know I have to add paint to it. Now it's all gonna come out gravy, but I didn't add enough paint. And now it's not holding the color. I think it's fine, I've got enough. I don't even know what colors I'm mixing at this point. I really don't. I'm gonna put, because that's way too purpley. Add a little bit of that, see what we get. May not use that color in a minute. I'm telling you, I'm gonna get a workout by the time I'm done with this. All right, sticks armed. Let's see what we get now. Liking the colors, it's just wasn't happy with the fact that it wasn't enough. And I'm not, and like I said, I'm not, it's not that I don't care, it's just I'm on a time crunch to some degree, and the purposes are different, you know. So I'm kind of like, well, we're just gonna kind of works, it may not, we'll see. Kind of like this time, it's like, well, you're gonna kind of get what you're gonna get. And my original plan is not gonna work, but that'll be pretty. Look at that. See, I want more pastel-y kind of stuff. So we're going to do more of a pastel-y colors this time to some degree than I did. I don't want bold colors. For her wedding, I wanted bold. This, I kind of wanted somewhat more pastel-y colors. I may have to add a little bit more blue to that. Come on. And I have colors in the house. If I do them and I'm like, you know, I really need this to be a little bit more dark, I can make that work later, but I want them to be pastel-y. But this one's got to be added. And it's got to add more blue, it's just not enough. So I'm not, like I said, I want them to look nice. It's not that I don't want them to look nice, but we're just going to get them done. But I do want them to be lighter, more pastel. I added way too much water to that. Oops. That looks good. And if you get like chunks of stuff, don't worry about it. Just take your finger over it, rub it, and it'll be fine. That'll be pretty. I don't even mind the specks of a little blue. That's better. Okay. All right. Now that we got that over with. Hi, Kristen. Okay. I got myself in a mess. Hi, Kate. This is to the messy way to dye Sola wood flowers when you're like, let's just get it done. And of course, I got this one. And if you're dyeing into something that you kind of care doesn't want blue, then wipe your hands. So I just did that, and now it's going to have a hint of blue, but that's fine. It's not the worst thing in the world. But I kind of, oh boy, did I get that one kind of all over. That one kind of, I kind of did that one. So what we're going to do with this one, because I kind of, can you see? Like I said, guys, I'm doing this one, and it's not that I don't want to do it. I'm just kind of like, it's a hint of blue. It'll be fine. I'm doing this. That one I'm saving till the end. Oh, that one doesn't have anything in it. Okay, let's get rid of that. But I'm kind of doing it with, but if you're somebody that's going to be getting married, look into Sola wood flowers. Look at that. You can dye them any color you want. Christina had these colors for her wedding. So, you know, it became, you know, the pictures, I can tell you from her wedding, were stunning with these. Absolutely stunning. And I dyed a lot of flowers, and some of them may be looking exactly the same. It's okay. They're a little different, but I just need to get them done. And oh well, I did that one. Shoot. Oh well, we're going to do an experiment. And if you make a mistake like I just did and I dyed it in the wrong color, just re-dye it in something else. I wanted more like pastel-y kind of ones, like that. Like I said, I'm getting them all over the place. And I'm going to re-dye this one back in here a little bit. And and then they're going to dry. And yes, I just did this one. Oh well. No, I didn't do this color yet. But just have fun with it. That's the point of it. It's like, I mean, for her wedding, I was very cautious, like what I dyed them in and how they came out. And this time around, I'm like, however they come out, they'll come out pretty, and I can use them. And if they have a little blue on them, it's okay. Not too concerned this time around. I just want them dyed. I want to use them up. So pretty. So, all right. I gotta sit down for a minute. My back and me are not on speaking terms today. Really not on speaking terms. You take these two little, see them? I'm just gonna dye them in a dark, nice blue. And this turquoise is Christina's favorite color. Let's do this nice pretty rose in this. So just make sure, like I did the first time, like there's not enough paint to cover these. And so I had to redo them again. So that came out ivory. Now it's this color. So I'm saving this till the end, and I don't even know if I'm going to use that. So maybe I should bring this over here. We're just going to start, because I really don't have any rhyme or reason. We're just going to start dipping, and if they get a little blue on them, I'm not at all concerned. And you can, after you're done with them, you can just paint them. But I do want them on a pastel kind of theme, like a light color. I don't want them heavy. So you're just really dipping them and changing the colors. And if a little blue gets on them, where you're not going to see them where I'm doing them anyway. And then you just let them dry. And that's it. You're just dipping and dipping. But the problem is I'm running out of room. I've got to put them where I should have brought those things out, but they're I got to go get them. There's another one. Which one should we do? Let's do another one in this one. We'll do a blue. So see, I'm trying to do them like pastel-y kind of colors. So that one's really turning out pretty. I'm glad I did that color. Let's do one in this. Oh. Some of them, this blue, I don't want terribly dark. I want it to look like a baby blue. I saw these, I'm like, I really want to use these up. I really don't want to have these laying around, so I'm not going to use them. Hi, Laskin. Well, yes, I know. This weekend was so busy, and so I needed a couple days to recoup, literally. So we're dyeing Sola wood flowers for our upcoming little event in our family. They're left over from Christina's wedding, and so I thought when I saw them, like, I can use them for a project. I am going to show you one of the projects. And at this point, I'm just randomly seeing the colors. I'm going, let's just dip on this. As long as they're these colors, they'll be fine. So it's just, you're just dipping them in the thing. And some of them are going to have a mixture of, because see, when I was doing her wedding, I was very careful not to, like if I had blue in my hand, I didn't touch the others. I'm not so careful this time. Forgive me, but it's just not happening. And I've used metallic paint on these. And they will dry beautifully. And I'm just really I'm just dipping them and the thing is, if by chance I go and I do them and I'm like, oh, I need to re-dye them a different color or add something, I can do that. It's not a big deal. Let me do a couple of these this color. So you're just really dipping them. You guys can put hashtag blessed in the chat if you want people to connect with your channel. I don't know what I've done to my back, but whatever I've done. And I'm just literally grabbing a handful of colors, or just said they've already got orange in them. They're already zoned for orange. If you were doing them for a specific event, like a, you know, not that I'm not doing them for a specific event, but I really just want to get them done. Let's get them done. And I think I don't like that one. Oh, that back. I was at Josh's doctor today. He got his stitches out. There was no cancer with whatever that thing was he had. It was just a cyst. Thank God. But I was in the thing, and I don't know if it was the way it was sitting. But man, I'm going to redo this one. I do not like this. I'm going to do it in this color. I really like the way this one's coming out. I can use a couple of these. Coming out very like a bluey thing. That's the kind of the color I'm looking at. Anyway, and so I literally thought to myself, okay, Mary, I thought I had my cane with me, thank God. But then I got up and I'm like, I don't know if I can walk out of here. The pain was like, oh, so bad. It's like, I'm gonna be in trouble. And Josh is like, well, I had done what we did with Grandma at the restaurant, just put you on my walker and wheeled you out. I was just in, and now it's starting up again. It's very painful, whatever it is. Now, if it was the way it was sitting in the doctor's office, I put heat and ice on my back, but man, oh, did not like it. This is a fun project to do, and that, like I said, if you're someone getting married, check out Sola Wood Flowers. Because you'll thank me later. I saved tons on Christina's wedding flowers, and she still has them today. So I'm literally just dying, no rhyme and reason. When I was doing her wedding, I had to like count bouquets and count corsages. I'm not doing that this time. We're just liking the colors, kind of the theme I wanted to go with. I'm just taking some of these big flowers and getting them stuck in so I can move forward, because I got to put them down. I'm running out of room. We'll make it work. And I have to go inside the house and get something to lay them on until they all dry. Come on. But they make for, they're actually, and what I liked about them, especially for like a wedding, is you're really getting something that's still in nature. You're just not being, you're getting actual wood. They're made from, I think it's the topia, can't think of what it is. I've got it in my head, I just can't say it. Oh my goodness. I know what it is. Oh, that little bubble stuff, and I can't think what it is now. Shoot. Topia, I can't say it. The pudding that you have with the little things in it. That's where they come. They come there, so they have, it's a natural plant, and so you're doing them anyway. And I brought stuff to paint, but I don't know. First of all, I'm gonna have time. I don't know if I'm gonna have room. So if I don't do that, I'll do that inside. No big deal. But I'm wearing a dark shirt. You just want to make sure with like these larger flowers that you make sure that you're really looking inside and you kind of got them. And I'm just literally like taking 2 or 3, dumping them in here, dumping them, oops, trying not to drop them. So that means I have to bend. So you want to just make sure that you're like really getting them. See this one, this blue is coming out really pretty. Hi Vina, welcome on in. You can put hashtag blessed in the chat if you want people to connect with your channel. But I'm telling you, guys, check into Sola Wood Flowers, especially if you're getting married. You know, she had some, these were her colors, were turquoise and silver, or not, yeah, turquoise and silver and orange. So those aren't really necessarily something that's in nature. So it was nice. I mean, I matched her, I was able to match her bridesmaids dresses and everything. And the pictures were gorgeous. But I have the leftover flowers and I thought, I just want to use them up. And we're going to do a project. I can't show you all of the project. I can show you some of the project. And you know, paint usually, understand some of these may look a little, you know, but the paint will dry lighter than what it goes on. So trying not to run out of room, but I may. And if I was doing this and I was doing it for a wedding, where again you had pictures and all that kind of stuff, I would not be this careless, because I'm getting some orange on some of these and other colors mixed in. I'd be doing one at a time, but I'm not so worried about this time. It's like I'm just doing them to do them, and I'm not at all kind of. But if I was doing them for a wedding, I would be doing one color. You know, I did all the, what I did with her wedding is picked all the colors, you know, each flower, so I made sure I had it. This is going in this bouquet, this is going. I don't make the flowers. I get them from a company, so lovely. I will put them in the description below. They're Sola Wood Flowers. So, we have an event coming up. I am going to show you what's a project you can do with these. So you will see that coming up. But these were left over from my daughter's wedding. And I need to do more in this. And I just wanted to use them up. Do those. So I pulled them out. I'm like, I'm not going to use these for anything else. So let me get them. But the Sola Wood flowers come naturally white, like you see. You use acrylic paint, which is what I'm using, and you dye them. You can dye them any color you want. So for her wedding, these were her wedding colors. These are the paints that I still have left over. And so I'm using them. because they're just sitting around. But like I said, I'll be able to show you what you can do with them next. It'll either be this week or next week. I don't know. But if I was doing them for a wedding, I would be much more careful than what you see me doing right now. I just want to get them done. They get a little paint in from other thing. All right, enjoy your dinner, Alfonso. If I was doing them where I was having, like, she was having professional pictures taken for her wedding, I was very careful how I did them. I'm not so careful this time around because it's not that. I mean, she's not having photographers and videographers, and I very much wanted. I'm moving the flowers because right now they're all over the place. I gotta move them where I can at least get some other flowers there. So I was much more careful how I was doing things. I'm not as careful right now, and it's not anything against what I'm using them for, but it's not. We're not having professional photographers at this event and videographers and stuff. This doesn't need to be that kind of event. So I'm just doing them because I can use them for, just running out of room here. I can use them. Okay, let me just see if I have, because I wanted to rearrange stuff. Oops. Just want to use them up. They're in bins in my house. And let me take this and move this off. So. And I need some flowers for, or I don't need flowers. I'd like to have flowers. Come on, stop. At this thing we're doing. And so I'd like to, I'm trying to cover that up a little bit so it don't look so purposeful, but it may just be what it is. And so I'm just trying to get them used up. And I've got to do them so they dry, because they got to have time to dry. But can I get over there? But they're going to be perfect. And they're going to dry a little darker or a little lighter than what I have. And if I need to, somewhere in this house, I know I have, and I can't find it before I came live. It's like a pearlized paint. So if I need to, I can do a pearlized paint and it'll be fine. I don't think I want to do too much more on the orange. I wanted some orange, but not overload. I think so. I think I'm good with the orange ones. I really liked how this one, because I need like baby blue. I really like how that came out. But Christina's favorite color is the turquoise. So if I can't find the thing, I can go and get some, and I know I have some pearlized white paint, and dye these down with some pearlized white paint. Or if I needed them, I could take a little bit of the white, which I may end up doing. But I'll do it off because I'll need to, and I'll just take them all, put them in a batch of the white, and it'll dye them down. I'll give them, not the blue ones. The blue ones I really like. They look very, but the oranges I may do a little bit of a white dabber-do, but like I said, there's no rhyme and reason. It's just get them done. But I'm probably gonna go in the house and just take one of these bins and dump a little white paint and just add some white paint, because you could do that and it would make a frost over them, which on the orange I may end up doing that just to lighten them up. But it'll still work. And if I need to, and I wanted to find that shimmery paint because I wanted to do some shimmery. I'm not going to do that other color next. I didn't like that. So I'm just, but my back, I did something to it. I don't know what I did. I don't know if it was the way it was sitting. That blue is so pretty. But I wanted some others. This turquoise color is her favorite. Jared's favorite color is orange. Let me do, I got one over here. Do that in this color. It's like a June, just a baby blue, and it's really pretty. Actually, no, I'm not going to say that. I was going to say I'm doing pretty good with paint until I am not. And then I'll find it all over me. So we're not going to jinx that one, right? I just said, I'm just painting them. I want to get them done. And I messed up the paint. I was doing pretty good on the colors. It got all wishy-washy because I realized I didn't add paint to it. Oh, it's still, they're all coming out beautiful. They'll be good for what we're going to use them for. And it's not that I'm just going to redo this again because it doesn't look right. There's a lady that walks the dogs. Walks Mocha for us. But I feel like the other day I got some other stuff done. Got stuff that needed to get printed done. That was a big thing. I was like, I gotta get that stuff done. I got a little bit, it'll blend into the, as long as I don't get the turquoise. I got some turquoise. It'll be fine. So I got some, like, all the stuff that needed to get printed, got printed. So I got stuff that needed to get printed the other day for things. There's still 2 more that I need to get printed. I touched my shirt right now, guys. I'm going, like, I know this is not the greatest shirt in the world, but I knew I was going to come out, and I don't want to mess up one of my good shirts. This is one of, I needed to wear a comfy shirt today. So, got stuff that need to get printed. Now when I go in the house, I've got to do some other stuff that needs to get printed. I have to work on one of the games. So, see, I told you. But you're not going to see it on the shirt. That's why I wore it. Go in and actually have a shower and see if it doesn't fix my back. May not fix it, but man, I've got to pick up all these flowers. Oh, my arm is not happy. So, I was going to paint something, but I don't have room to paint. I brought out some stuff I was going to do. I've got, and I'm going to show you, I'll show you from my dad's picture. So, got one from my dad. So, we're going to show you from that. Okay, I think I got it. Oh, one more. So I've got a picture, an idea for a frame, and it was just because I needed it. I was hoping to work on that, and I don't know if I'm going to get it done tonight. That was what I was going to work on next, after I get done with this. There's a reason why I wanted to go work on that, Mary. I'll go in the house and the table and work on it. And I think, I don't know if I have any extra, but we'll see. I can show you when I get done. I just don't think I can paint them because I'm running out of room. Right now I'm officially done with that color. Officially done with this color. Let's try to dye this one more time. It just needs a second.